Hello there, welcome back to my views and news. Another video, new stories from Ethiopia and from another African country where military staged a coup. It has been confirmed now since yesterday. Clashes have been ongoing in this African country's capital city. Now, a coup, military coup has been confirmed. Are coups in Africa results of power struggle between Russia and Western countries? I have a few words to say about this power struggle in Africa, which is one of the factors behind more military coups, especially in West Africa. Two new stories from Ethiopia. First one is about demobilization of Tigray fighters. Tadesse Verede, Tigray's top military general, held a press briefing yesterday saying that 50,000 Tigray fighters had been discharged, demobilized, relieved. Question is, are they capable and healthy members of Tigray Defense Force? I have received some information about the TDF members who have been demobilized. It seems that Tigray is keeping its military intact. And thirdly, I have a new story from the Amhara region of Ethiopia, where in a town in North Shore zone, a PP party member has resigned. Resignations, dismissals are now frequent. They're being seen frequently in the Amhara region. Amhara regional president fired two top security officials 2 days ago. And people are resigning too. They're feeling threatened, their lives in danger because Fano fighters are carrying out attacks. Assassinations are being committed on prosperity party members. Firstly, viewers, a military coup in an African country. Niger is in West Africa. It was led by Mohamed Bazoum, the president. I think he was elected in 2021, if I am not wrong. And yesterday, we saw pictures, videos from Niger, from close to presidential palace. And reports were being shared since yesterday that a coup was underway. Now it has been confirmed that military has seized power in Niger. Mohamed Bazoum's whereabouts are unknown. A military colonel, Colonel Amado Abdurrahmane, appeared on national TV confirming that constitution has been dissolved. Niger's borders with neighboring countries closed. Curfew imposed. And all movement to and from the country of vehicles, people banned. Earlier, we saw that Antony Blinken, U.S. Secretary of State, contacted Mohamed Bazoum. U.S. pledged support for Mohamed Bazoum. Antonio Guterres, UN Secretary General, also spoke and supported the president, who was, I think, elected. He was democratically elected, I think. Mohamed Bazoum is seen as a Western ally. Niger is faced with internal insurgency some religious hardliners are waging a war in some parts of Niger, Islamists mostly. And Niger forces have been fighting this insurgency for some time. Niger is situated in a very volatile region, West Africa. In two neighboring countries, two countries in the neighborhood, there were coups recently. In Burkina Faso, military took power. In Mali too, military seized power. And after the coups in both neighboring countries, France lost its presence. French forces were told to leave the country. And we saw the Russian Wagner fighters arrived in Mali. Wagners are deployed to Mali. So France expelled, Russia entered in Mali. And in Niger, West-backed president deposed, and we could see entry of Russians. Can we say that new military coups in Africa are a result of power struggle between Russia and the West? Yes, we can say that, though it's not the sole reason. Militaries are power hungry in Africa. There are no democratic institutions, no democratic norms and practices. Even elections are not transparent. Elections are rigged. And militaries, if they get backing from outside players, and if they know that there are problems in the country, they take advantage of internal crises and seize power. It has been happening for years, if not decades, in Africa. And the world never shows unity. International community never shows unity against these coups. Rather, coups are legalized because some countries start supporting coup leaders. Like Russia is supporting coup leaders, China to some extent as well. Mohammed Bazoum's whereabouts are unknown. Let's see, will he be released? But it seems that Niger, like Burkina Faso and Mali, is going to be under military rule for some time. Secondly, viewers, the Tigray region of Ethiopia, where today a 2-year-long war devastated the region. Peace deal being implemented, reconstruction work underway, fighters being disarmed, demobilized. Yesterday, Tadesse Varede, Tigray's general, top military commander, held a press briefing. He is now deputy president of the region in interim setup. And Tadesse Varede announced the demobilization of 50,000 Tigray fighters. Tigray had around 250,000 active fighters who survived. Tens of thousands died too, but 250,000 survived. And the peace deal stipulates that these fighters will be demobilized, reintegrated. So these after disarmament, next phase is demobilization, then reintegration. Tigray fighters are not completely disarmed, but it seems that some have been disarmed and now they're being discharged. 3 to 4 days ago, we saw pictures of discharge certificates being issued to Tigray fighters, and Tigray fighters were seen leaving the camps to join their families. Tadesse Varede spoke yesterday confirming this demobilization. Question is, are active, healthy, capable Tigray Defense Force members being demobilized, or those who are disabled, not well, old, etc.? I talked to a few people in Tigray, and what I learned from Tigray is that there are three main categories of Tigray fighters who are being demobilized. And we got the hint of these three categories from Varadez talk to, though he did not clearly mention the categories. Firstly, disabled Tigray fighters, those who lost limbs in the war, they have been demobilized. They were already demobilized, by the way. So it's not something new. They had lost their limbs, they were receiving treatments, and some had recovered, but they are disabled now. And we cannot call them active combatants now. So they have been demobilized. And where they said that those who lost their body parts, those who sacrificed their body parts, have been demobilized. Profiling was done, and then these disabled Tigray fighters were identified and they were told to rejoin their families. Secondly, those Tigray fighters who have health conditions, different health conditions, suffering from some diseases, extremely weak, demobilized. Thirdly, old members of Tigray Defense Force. And here again, Varade, I think, pointed to it. He said that there are some soldiers who gave their maximum. Now they should be rested. So those who gave their maximum are basically elderly people or who are very old, demobilized. These are three main categories of Tigray fighters who have been demobilized. Fourthly, there is a category of blue-eyed Tigray fighters too. Favorites, those who have connections, those who are members of some top influential families, who have links with TPLF leadership or some relation with TPLF leadership, relationship or links with TDF leadership, demobilized. And that is why some Tigray fighters are complaining. They say that this demobilization was not on merit. So there are a few who were chosen for demobilization because they want to be removed from military and they approached TPLF and TDF leadership reportedly. So we can sum up that Tigray Defense Force is intact. Out of 250,000, 50,000 demobilized. The 50,000 are old, disabled, not healthy Tigray Defense Force members. Secondly, Tadase Varade clearly said that TDF members who are from those areas which are occupied have not been released, discharged rather. It means that TDF members who are from Vulgayat, Marasak, Dera, Koram, Zalambasa, etc., they have not been discharged. Here, Varade sent a message that TDF is fully prepared if these occupied territories are not returned to Tigray. Overall, we can sum up that Tigray Defense Force is intact. And by the way, apart from Tigray government, was any other institution of federal government, of the mediators, part of the profiling which was done to identify TDF members who have been demobilized? I don't think so. I don't think that federal government was part of the entire process which led to demobilization of 50,000 Tigray fighters. But I'll try to update you if I got more information. Thirdly, viewers, Amhara region of Ethiopia, where the military chief remained trapped in the region yesterday. He was evacuated. And there now people are resigning, Prosperity Party members, government officials. They are either in hiding or they are resigning. They are not confronting Fano fighters. Why Fano fighters? They are assassinating them. Very simple. Several assassinations in the Amhara region so far. Top level assassinations like Girmashitila, police commanders, etc. Mayor's house is being bombed, hand grenades being thrown in broad daylight, and local administration paralyzed, helpless. ENDF fighting for its own survival. Though we cannot say ENDF defeated, no. ENDF is showing restraint. It has restrictions, some limitations on the way it conducts operations in Amhara. But ENDF has not managed, it could not manage to control the situation in the Amhara region. Resignation of a top PP member of city level government. Shore orbit is in North Shore zone of the Amhara region. Shore orbit, where Shore orbit security chief was assassinated a few days ago. Clashes 2 days ago in Shore orbit. Several attacks on Ethiopian National Defense Force in Shore orbit city. And reportedly administration has fled, mayor, etc. Only ENDF is based reportedly in Shore orbit. Shore orbit Prosperity Party Youth League chairman has resigned. You can see his resignation on your screen. His name is Tamirate Tarikegne. Resigned, obviously. He is not in a position to work. To work means to support government's position. Government, though it is offering dialogue to Fano fighters, it is continuing the operation. Yesterday, Northwest Command ceremony organized in Gondar clearly mentioned, the speakers mentioned that extremist forces wouldn't be tolerated. It means fight against Fano will continue. Fano is not responding positively to the offer of talks of the Amhara regional government. That is why fight is set to continue. Clash is set to continue. Prosperity Party members are not left with many options. They'll have to support the operation on Fano, or they'll have to oppose the operation, or they can remain neutral, which is not possible because they are government officials, or they can go in hiding, again not possible because they are government officials. They are not left with many options. They are resigning. We have seen resignation in some other parts of the Amhara region too by some local level Prosperity Party members. Top tier of Prosperity Party of the region is in hiding. You saw that when Amhara Regional Council held a regular session a few days ago, several top leaders did not attend the session. Why? Because they were scared that they could be assassinated. Several chairs were unoccupied at Amhara Regional Council's recent session held this week in Bahidwar. Thank you for watching.